Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited to share this newly designed space. It's a living room / theater room. We have lots of cozy nooks and statement pieces designed into this space. I'm so excited to show you all the design details, so let's get started. So before we go into our living space, I want to refresh your memory on this modern kitchen that we're standing in. If you haven't watched the video, the link is above, but this space was really nicely done. Our clients loved it, and that's right, we're back at the same property for round 2, the living space / their theater room. Why we're in this area? Because it's super vital to the transition of the living era. We had a lot of design elements incorporated into the kitchen space, like our reeded panel that also transitioned as an accent panel on this side in here, and the accent panel to our pantry entry area there. We have our oak finish on our cabinets as well. We did a peppercorn finish on the coffee bar. These components are extremely vital to how we incorporated them in the living area. So to not spoil it for you, let's go into that area now. So welcome to this living room space. As we walk through this beautifully designed space, notice how the thoughtful blend of textures, colors, and furniture adds warmth and an inviting atmosphere into this space. But not only that, we have a lot of key design elements that transitioned from the kitchen into this area. So let's take a closer look onto those details. So coming from our kitchen area, if you remember in our modern kitchen video, we had this area as an open space. That's not within the framework of our Jouer Interiors design lifestyle. So we had to do custom design doors, which you're seeing these beautifully designed doors right here. They are oak base finish, tying back again with our wall cabs in the kitchen, adding that contrasting complement into this space as well. Along with that, we incorporated these sleek modern handles, which give this nice H linear frame into the doors. As well, for the functionality base, we did a 270-degree pivot hinge. That means if our clients want to open these doors to fully flush against the walls, they can do that, which is really nice, judging by the fact that they have a large family and we just want to open things up into grand space. But another key functional detail about these doors, when they're closed, they actually make this room soundproof, which adds to the theater-like effect that we want into this space. So again, you know, it's Jouer Interiors. We designed to inspire. One of the key design elements into this space, which is going to transition to the big feature, or lovely, luxurious sofa unit in here. Super nice, plush. I can't begin to tell you how very detail-oriented we were on the selection of this sofa. We made sure that it was custom ordered, tailored with high back, deep seats, and we have a reclining end to it as well. The fabric is polylinen seashell, which is a nice component that tied back to the contrasting color palette for our oak panel from the doors. And if you also look around with the color tone into the space, everything combined together does add that nice deep warmth into the space, also tying back to the theater-like vibe. Not too dark, still neutral, but still balancing with a good ambiatic feeling into the space. You know, I wish as my viewers, you could actually really feel the ambiatic experience into this space. Unfortunately, you can't, but I can assure you my clients enjoy it a lot. The feeling that I get from this sofa is so nice. The fabric itself is so plush and soft to the skin, to the point where just sitting here talking to you, I feel like I just want to doze off because it's so comfortable and inviting into this space. But not to take away from some of the other key elements, here we have this gorgeous 9x12 area rug that we selected from the Alley collection, which has a high pile, which adds to the durability into the space. But not only that, if you look at the rug itself, it has a really good gradient in color. We selected one that had a vintage motif, which adds to the contrasting element into the space and ties back to all of the color tones. We also have the coffee table, a reclaimed wood from Syria, a pine wood that was stained with a cocoa brown finish. What I love about this coffee table is that the wood grains in it was very minimalistic and not overpowering, so it made a huge impact into the space in a very subtle way. Not only that, the setup of our decor staging is really nice. I'm so blown away with my selection for this. But it's that little marble tic-tac-toe game settings right there, super cute, and I wanted to make sure that the space in its entirety had dual functionality. It's supposed to serve as a theater room, movie-like setup for late nights, which we used a lot of lighting tricks into the space to get that. But because the space also adds natural light into the house, I wanted to make sure that the color palettes, even though they were dark, they were still subtle enough to add some natural ambiance into the space. It's really gorgeous, guys. Like, the details in its entirety is really, really nice. Taken from all of these large settings right here. So our coffee table isn't the only minimalistic effect into this space. We also have our armchairs over right here, which adds to the cozy nook feel that we told you before that was incorporated. It's a really nice accent armchair. I love the fact that the aesthetic of the chair and the shape design of the chair has a wider wing, deeper seating, and plush, luxurious fabrics that adds to the seating comfort. It's really nice. The fabric is a mix of fall leather and Chanel fabric itself, which adds to the comfort and durability into the space, netted with a side table into the center there to add to the functionality use of it. But all of that, I think I'm missing the big point here. This is a TV room, right? Like a nice living/movie room. So let's get into the big picture, guys. The actual TV area. This area is beautifully laid out. Originally, the space itself had a vertical scale design TV accent wall feature. And when I came into the space, my first thought was no. The vertical scale of their original layout was making the room feel boxed in. And what I wanted to do was to capture the width of the room, which was the bigger angle of the space, which is why for our TV area we went horizontal. This is what you're seeing, guys, a larger scale of abstract shaped layout of our wall cabinets, a long full-length TV unit, custom made, mixed with keystone and oak finish panel and warm stone colors onto the backing wall right there, complemented with warm lighting to add to the warmth and luxurious feel into the space. Now, the TV wall, whilst it's the main feature into this space because it's a movie room, we wanted to make sure that the transitional feel into the space was complemented with the lighting. I told you earlier, and if you know, as Joy Interiors, we design to inspire, and lighting tricks is one of those things that we have always been touching on to show people how impactful lighting and color is. So to get into it, we have our main lights right here, tied with our gorgeous modern minimalistic ceiling fan. The main lights itself, we went completely different. The color palette in the ceiling is called Urban Bronze. It's a dark, more rich brown tone. So I wanted to make sure that the recessed light actually ties with the color palette of the ceiling. So I went with a bronze finish recessed light that is, the light itself is actually recessed. Not like the regular ones where they say recessed light and it's flush into the ceiling, but you're seeing the flat facing of the lighting. The lighting socket itself is also recessed in place. Follow through from our main light, we have another lighting combination that is our warm lighting ambiance that is three-tiered into the ceiling itself. So we have this recessed, again, strip lighting in the top right there. It's in three-tier into the space. We have this section here along the TV wall. We have the section there along the ceiling area and into the back ceiling area to add that warmth around there. A full three-way component into the space. The ceiling itself is a whole different vibe, guys. You're not even seeing what we did, the magic that we created with it. If you take a quick glance of what the space was like before, we had this huge beam drop down into the ceiling, and the original ceiling design had two-tier coving into it. It was throwing off the aesthetic of the space, and the beam was also very low. Throughout the construction period, we raised the height of the beam, adding to the support using back in H-frame. In the ceiling itself, where that beam is, I dropped the ceiling level to add that two-tier onto the area. So the top section around here is higher, the back section is about 4 inches lower. But I made it feel so large and high just the same. And we also have this grooving detail at the top right there, which is why I integrated the strip light to add that break into the space and show that design element. But that's not the only thing. So we do have this ceiling ambiatic light, right? We also have it back onto the TV wall area, because why would we leave that out? Look at that. Again, another three-tier component, highlighting all the design features into the TV wall. We have the ambiatic at the top, tiered along our floating shelf here, our next floating shelf, and on the floor level. So you can imagine when it's movie night time and all the main lights are off, the AC is on, the space is cool, and we have again our scented diffuser into the space, because we're always infusing aromas into our Jouer designed lifestyle spaces, which is smells really good. Like, hold on, I don't want you to believe me. I can ask my photographer, does it smell good in here?
Oh, good.
Exactly. So I'm not lying to you guys. It really smells very good in here. So all of these components tied together is going to make this whole movie living space really nice. That's not all. Because we're at the theater, why not have our favorite movies on display? Because it's Carib-like style, guys. Let's go over here. If you can follow through, you will see where we have Indiana Jones and James Bond on display. Our clients love these movies. When we did our consultation, I was like, what do you love? And they started to tell me. I was like, yeah, I had to make sure those vintage movies was incorporated into the space. So I went ahead, did these portraits, incorporated them, and it really just makes you know that, yeah, this space is completely transitional. In daytime, it serves such a good, inviting, relaxing area, and in nighttime, it easily transitions with all of our warm lighting integration to a wonderfully done movie-like room with our sound system that is, if you look, very minimalistically incorporated, not too bulky, very clean. So we have these three-tier sound systems. We also have our speaker system in the wall back in there as well. We have it over there in our diffuser. That's a dual diffuser and speaker as well. So all of that component plus the feeling, what's missing? If you think about it, so we have everything on furnishing that adds to comfort, lighting that adds to mood. So we're gonna need a little snack, aren't we? Because we're starting to watch the movie, which brings me to one of the next section into this beautifully designed space, or snack bar corner. Follow me to see what that looks like. Popcorn, anyone? I don't know about you, but I'm excited for movie night already. As I told you before, food was the last component that we had to add into this space to bring everything together. So we have our gorgeous vintage popcorn machine right here, which mimics the element of what a true popcorn movie-like feeling is supposed to be. We have our water station. We didn't even basic, guys, because it's Joy Interiors. So we have our sparkling water, Evan and San Pellegrino, and our little snack corner. It's really just simple, put together, but what it's sitting on is also what's super important. Remember, in our kitchen space, we did reclaim one of our clients' storage units. We did the same thing with this one. This was also another unit that we changed the color finish, we changed the handles, and we also added these really details into the shaker side of the door to add some textural element into the furnishing, into the space. Not only that, because we are transitioning from the kitchen area, we made sure to put back our reeded panel, which is what you're seeing right here, that creates a nice little accent on the back end area, tied with our tropical plant right here, lit by the grooving ambiotic lighting experience at the top. Everything in its full complete essence tied together gives you this very luxurious, inviting feel. I mean, if you look at it all together, the color palette right here, me in this whole entire space with my nicely done outfit, and the greenery and the back panel. This might just be a photo shoot spot, don't you think so? I'm not lying, like, it's really, really nice. I love every single component. But to tie things off, we had to add some tech because it's Jouer Interiors and we don't do anything basic. This is where we brought things up a notch. Following from all of the lighting elements, just like how we did in the kitchen area, and we had those Buster and Punch industrial light switches that tied back to our stove knobs, we have a little twist in this area too. So let me show you what that looks like. So this is our smart panel control area, and yes, you're right, everything is controlled by technology for this room, which connects to every single appliance in this area that is controlled on our client's phone or via the panel. In fact, we can also tell Alexa to turn on or turn off the light, turn off the fan, or turn on the TV, because we want to be a little bit lazy, functional, and design aesthetically good, which is why we had this incorporated. So if you look right here, look at that. Our main lights are off. Our ambient light in the ceiling is also off. And our light up by the TV area is off. Again, every single switch is touch screened, tech controlled, and voice control, because we want to make sure that our client's comfort isn't compromised at any point in time while they're enjoying this space. Again, it's Jouer Interiors. We're not going to short you on all of the luxurious things that you can enjoy in life. The space is completely perfect for lounging, reading, relaxing, and for the transitional experience of a good movie night. I can't begin to tell you how wonderfully done that my clients feel about this space in its entirety. Now, if you want to have this same experience and even better, one of the things that you can do is make sure that you book with us at www.jouerinteriors.com. And lastly, make sure that you comment down below what are the features in this space that you love, and share the video and let us know. Thank you.